Do you have a pile of sticks like this one in your yard? Did you know you can turn this pile into a sculpture? A sculpture? What's that? A sculpture is a three-dimensional piece of artwork. Artists use clay, wood, metals, and found objects to make them. The artist Andy Goldsworthy makes all of his sculptures from nature. Here he's made a sculpture from sticks. You can see he's arranged them above the water and uses the reflection to make a full circle. Here he's made a sculpture out of finding stones and balancing them on top of one another. Looks pretty tricky, huh? Here he used leaves. I like the way he used the color of the leaves. Here's a sculpture made from rocks. Very similar to the leaves, but a different material. You'll notice he keeps things simple in his sculptures. He uses the basics of art like line, shapes, and colors. Here he's used a spiral as his inspiration. In my class, we call them baby swirls and giant swirls. Now, I want you to go outside, and step one is to collect some nature. Do not pick any of the blooming flowers or new plants coming up for spring. Try to find things that are already on the ground, like sticks, stones, or leaves. Who knows, there might even be snow outside. Then pick a line or a shape to work with to get you started. Get inspired by a spiral, a zigzag, and just start playing around and see what you can create. Now, let's go outside.
Hello, artists. I just got outside. The baby's sleeping, the sun is out. It's a great time to make some art. So the first thing I'm going to do is look for some supplies. I have a lot of sticks in my yard. There's a lot of seed pods that have fallen, and I don't know, I'm just going to take a look around and see what I can find and see what inspires me. Okay, I'm back from my little trip around my yard. I got a bucket, filled it. I found quite a few stones in there, and I found all of these seed pods. Now, I did not pick these off of my magnolia tree. We actually had a really bad hailstorm here a couple days ago, and it knocked them all off. And made me sad because there are these really beautiful red flowers that would have bloomed all over our tree, and they're now on the ground. So I'm gonna make art out of them. I really like how Andy Goldsworthy uses just really simple shapes to create his sculpture. So I'm gonna think about a circle. And I'm actually going to build the outside of the circle with these seed pods here, these magnolia tree seed pods. Maybe that little one can go up here. So this is what we would call negative space. So instead of taking the seed pods and making a pile out of them and calling that a circle, I'm doing it this way. Oh, you can't see it. Let me move it. There we go. So this would be a positive shape, and this would be negative. And I think it's really interesting when you make a negative shape using the materials you found. On your journey to collecting your materials, make sure that you are not picking anything off of the trees or the plants. Don't pick your mom's crocuses or the daffodils. Just find things that are already on the ground. Or like me, are the casualties of a hailstorm. Did it hail out by you guys? It was really bad. It was very, very loud. The whole house was making tons of noises. The hail was about the size of a golf ball. My dog got really scared. I was upstairs and he ran upstairs looking for me, wondering what was going on. Hid underneath our bed. So luckily we weren't outside for a walk or anything. Didn't hit our noggins. These seed pods kind of remind me of caterpillars or something. So you can see we're just using repetition, taking our time and building something that looks cool. When you're finished, you can share it with your family, or your family can work together and do this together. Or if you have siblings, each of you can make something. Take a picture of it. You can send it to me in my email, or if you want to post it on your Artsonia account, you can do that from home. Just log into your Artsonia and you can post it. I'll make a folder for all the Andy Goldworthy nature sculptures. And you can do more than one. Like after I do this, I could come up with another idea for these little seed pods. Yeah, I think that looks good. I also found all these stones. Let me move the camera over. I was thinking I could try to make one of those little towers, balance rock sculptures, kind of play around with them. These are rocks from our front landscaping, so I'll be sure to return these when I'm done. Ooh, that one's cool. Whoa, timber! I was also thinking I could line up the rocks with value, so darkest to lightest. So in a couple classes we've been talking about values and making gray and adding black to white, and how I like to see medium gray, dark gray, and light gray. So you can play around with that, lining them up in the different values in order. So many options. I can't wait to see how you're inspired to make some Andy Goldworthy art out of the things you find in your yard. Again, you can share it with me through email, in a digital picture, or just share it with your families. And I can't wait to see it. Until next time, artists. Bye.
Here is my final product. Outside, I was calling them seed pods, but actually, these are buds. I got a little mixed up between fall and spring, but these are definitely buds because it is spring. Andy Goldsworthy has to rely a lot on the art of photography to share his artwork. Without it, we would have to go on a lot of hikes to see all of his sculptures. So he makes photography and photographs as a way to share his sculptures with the world. If you want to learn more about Andy Goldsworthy, you've got a couple options. There's a movie that you could watch called Rivers and Tides. I have a couple video clips saved to my teacher YouTube channel. Look under Hinckley Students. You could also search for more images of Andy Goldsworthy's work. See if you can find the sculptures he's made out of snow. They're some of my favorites. You could also make a collage out of all the photographs you have taken. You can use an app like PicCollage EDU, or you could print them out if you have a printer at home and glue them to a piece of paper and decorate it. I'm so excited to see how you interpret an Andy Goldworthy sculpture, to see how you create and use your imagination, and happy making, artist!